Is Monday, August 14th, 10 a.m. PST. I'm going to be going over the one trade I took today with a second trade example. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So again, like I said, today is Monday. We had some overnight consolidation, and yeah. So from Sunday overnight into today, we had new week opening gap get filled basically immediately. And pretty much Asia came up and swept out Friday's New York sessions high. And then we kind of just chopped around and sold off. And so overnight, we just chopped around from London. And then this morning, we dumped down. I was already assuming we were going to dump down on NASDAQ because we had pre-market low put in. We had a London internal low and an even lower low. But what gave me the impression that we were going to go lower was over here on ES. So ES, higher time frame, the 15-minute, we had this wick at 5:30, which is the same thing over here on NASDAQ. So NASDAQ, 5-minute, same kind of deal, right? This wick. But like I said, we had these two lower London lows, and also the higher time frame were just continuously in a downtrend. So I figured if we're going to take out this ES wick data low, we might as well snag London at the same time. And so that's exactly what we did. We came down, we took out the low, we took London, and at the same time, we might as well just sweep out these two lows at the same time. So we did that, continued the downtrend, and then that's where I started to look for a trade. So over here on NASDAQ, right? The only thing I used ES for today was trend. We had this wick, and that was pretty much it. So again, over here on NQ, we had, again, that same low, took out London, and then we had this 15-minute gap that I was targeting. So on the higher time frame, on the 15-minute, it's going to be way over here to the left. We have this 15-minute gap. So 15-minute gap, if you've watched any of my previous videos, I explained that in order for me to take a trade, I need either the higher drawn liquidity to get swept or the lower drawn liquidity to get swept, as well as a 15-minute tap into and reverse. So luckily we got both of those at the same time. We got a 15-minute tap and a drawn liquidity sweep. So that allowed me to look for a reverse long. As you can see here, we got a 15-minute tap, drawn liquidity sweep, and that allowed me to look for a long setup. So this is what it was. So here's that London sweep right here. Here's that 15-minute tap and break and retest. But once we kind of broke through it and took out the draw, I don't really care much about the 15 because now my focus is on the drawn liquidity and inverse to the upside. And so we get that right here. Put in a low, a lower low, and then a higher low. So this is kind of the shift right here. Then the next thing I look for in the strat is some sort of inversion. So we put in this 1-minute inversion right here. So we've got that inversion. I would be looking for a break and retest with strong buyers coming back out. You can take it on the retest again, but honestly, I got in right here with the stops at the wick low. You could put them down here, but honestly, whichever one works best for you. And I'm targeting the highs. I like to target the candle base close because that's just more confirmation that price will go there instead of the candle wick. So target 1, target 2, you can target 3, but I like to go for a 1 to 3 RR. That way I'm just guaranteed a profit. Like if I go for a 1 to 1, move my stop to break even, and I get stopped out, it's 0. If I go for a 1 to 2, then I basically make double. 1 to 3, it's like that's a banger right there. So this one was good, right? Came up, basically 1 to 2, stopped break even, came back, and hit full TP right here. This one, though, you could have gone for a 5-minute inversion connecting flight. So as you can see, price was moving up off of the 15-minute draw liquidity sweep, 1-minute inversion, back up. But we had this 5-minute gap right here. 5-minute gap, price came down, tapped the CE of that gap. And so same kind of deal. You want to look for a 1-minute inversion inside of that. And so we get that 1-minute inversion. Excuse me. I'm looking to take this inversion right here, only because this wick came up so high. And so I'm looking to take that inversion because I want to see price with strong buy momentum come up and break above this wick, as well as break through this fair value gap right here. And so again, you could put your stop at the base of this wick, but what I'm doing is I'm just putting it like right in here. It's a nice general area of all of that. If price does want to come down and sort of like retrace back down, kind of take these stops out, these stops, odds are it's probably gonna come back down even further. So that works for me. And then, yeah, same kind of deal. Yeah, TP1, TP2, and TP3 up here at the top. Boom. This is a good trade if you missed this one right here. So again, you can go for this one right here, TP1, 2, 3, whatever you want. You can go for internal of this, right? You can go CE of this gap, which will be right here. Boom, smacked it. So whatever works for you. Again, going for a 1 to 3. And that's kind of it. I'm not trying to overcomplicate it. I don't want to take the short down because that's basically right at open. This is all just like manipulation short, right? 630, 645. There's not really anything here. So best to just stay patient, wait for a move up. All right, we had the sweep. We can see that price is moving up right here. Right, higher high, higher low. And yeah, just kept it clean. If you have any questions about anything, please let me know in the comments below. If you're not subscribed, I would appreciate if you subscribed, but you don't have to. I'm just here to put out content for you to learn and get better as a trader. And yeah, I'm going to try to be uploading more. I've been off my game lately. Been really busy with work, trying to focus more on the trading. And yeah. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.